Hello, I'm Alisha, aka Rhapsody, and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be talking to you about some products that I have been testing. This may turn into a new feature on my channel, I'm not sure yet, but as you're probably aware, if you go into Sephora, Sephora offers you, every time you go into Sephora, you're entitled to 3 free samples, and for reasons that I won't get into here but may talk about more later on down the line, I have been spending a lot of time at Sephora lately, and so I have quite a few samples that I've accumulated, and I've been testing primers. So I've tested a number of primers, and I wanted to share the results of my tests with you, because I've been testing face primers and eyeshadow primers for the reason that my eyeshadow primer really wasn't working out for me, my current one, and my face primer I was all out of and couldn't easily get more. So I'm going to share with you a couple of different brands available at Sephora, because maybe you've been thinking about which one you should get, and this may be helpful to you. So I'll start by talking about the face primers. The one that I had been using was Ipkin New York. This is a Korean brand, Korean beauty, and I got it in a Birchbox, and I absolutely loved it. But as you can see, it's pretty much, I've squeezed every last bit out of it. But it smelled good. It's lotion based. I really kind of hate silicone based primers, and this just worked great for me, but it's really I've only been able to find it through Birchbox, and I'm no longer subscribed. So I needed to find something else that was kind of similar. And the first thing that I tested was Kat Von D's primer, which is also lotion based. Now this doesn't smell like much of anything. Kat Von D's products are typically fragrance free, which frequently means they smell like paint. Paint apparently is not a fragrance. It's a lack of, that smell is a lack of scent. This just smells like pretty much nothing. But I just couldn't get over the consistency of Kat Von D's. I think it works fine as a primer, but I just found this consistency gross. It's just me personally. I'm not going to even say what it reminds me of, but every time it came time to put it on my face, it just made me feel kind of revolted. So that's my own personal issue, but I couldn't get past it. So the Kat Von D primer was out. Stop for a close-up of this Kat Von D before I go on. It makes me kind of ill to touch it. So the next one I tried, I saw in the store Dr. Brandt's Pores No More primer. Dr. Brandt is actually in the skincare section of Sephora, and this is very different. This is much thicker consistency, and this one smells like medicine. And this kind of goes, it feels kind of like professional when it goes on. And I tried it, and I didn't feel like it did much of anything in terms of making my pores look smaller or anything like that. So considering it smells like medicine and it's kind of thick and goopy, it was a no-go for me. And it's super expensive too. Alright, so finally, the third one was the charm. It looks like this one's going to work for me, thank goodness. This is also a lotion-based primer. This is Too Faced's Hangover Replenishing Primer. And it is lotion-based, but it's a thicker consistency than the Kat Von D one. And it smells nice. It smells like coconut water. It's not drippy. It's what I'm wearing today. And it has sort of a very faint, a slight illuminating effect. It's really nice. I think that this was going to be the one to replace the Ipken New York. And in addition to face primers, I've also been testing eyeshadow primers, and the reason that I've been testing them is because I've been using Urban Decay's original primer potion. It's the standard go-to, what everybody uses, but I find that it kind of makes my eyelids kind of crepey and wrinkly, not so great looking. So I was looking for something that would make them look a little bit smoother. So since Urban Decay makes other formulas specifically designed for that, I picked up Urban Decay's anti-aging primer potion and their Eden formula, which is also supposed to be for older eyelids. Now it's interesting because they're both supposed to do the same thing, but the consistencies for these are completely different. This is the anti-aging formula. Now it's very thick and quite dark. It looks like that. And of course you rub it in on your lid, not your hand. The Eden is quite light and creamy, much more like a lotion, and much smoother, thinner, rubs out much easier. And yet they seem to perform almost identically. Now, for a couple days I went around using one on one eye and one on the other eye and asking people which eye looks better. And although they both looked pretty much the same, generally people agreed that the Eden looked a little smoother. So I am now sticking with Eden. It is a brighter, you notice that the color is much lighter, so if you like wearing light colored bright eyeshadows, as I do, this would probably be your choice. And it did seem to make the eyelids look a little bit smoother. So Eden is what I will be going with over the original potion primer from Urban Decay. So those were the results of my primer tests for the month of May. I haven't quite decided what I need to be testing for the month of June, but I do have access to Sephora on a regular basis, and will probably be picking up more samples. So with the burning curiosity that I have, whatever I wind up picking up, I will be sure to share with you. I hope that you found this interesting and perhaps helpful. And until next time, I thank you so much for watching. You guys have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.